All right, my friends, so to get started with our astronaut portrait, we are going to be holding our paper horizontally, or the wide way. And the reason we're doing that is because I'm going to want to put my astronaut on one side, and I want to leave a whole bunch of space over here for some cool stuff like rockets and things like that. So what I want you to do is come down from the corner of the page, come in a little bit, and we're going to make a circle about the size of a small apple. Now this is going to be our astronaut's helmet. So off on this side, let's do 1, 2 lines, and off on this side, let's do 1, 2 lines. And I'm going to connect them with a little curve. I'm going to connect it on this side with a little curve. Now, I want to make a rectangle inside of the helmet, like the viewfinder, so that the astronaut inside can see what's going on. So a wide line across, a wide line across, and I'm going to connect them like this. The next thing I'm going to do is the hair. So everybody might have different hair, and you're only going to see the bangs, the little bit of hair that would show up inside of the glass on the helmet. So I'm just going to do like a wavy line like that. And it might not look like hair yet, but that will make sense in a little while. And underneath the hair, I'm going to do some eyes. 1, 2 circles. And inside, I'm going to put a medium circle in both. And at the top of those, I'm going to put a small circle. And I'm going to color in that medium circle. I'm going to do a little nose and a smile underneath that. So now it probably makes a little bit more sense how you only see the face from inside that window and the rest of that head is stuck inside that helmet. Next, let's make the body of the astronaut wearing that spacesuit. So we'll kind of make a pretend line from under the eye, and I'm going to draw a line out like this. And a line down. And now a line back toward the body. So we're going to have our astronaut's hand out like this. And let's do a glove. So a little bump and a big bump. Now on this side, pretend there's a line that comes down, and starting right here, I want to do a diagonal line down, a little line in, and come back up toward that body. From these armpits, we're going to go a line down, and connect them. We're going to do another glove over here. So a little letter U, and then a big letter U. Then we want to do the legs. So let's do a line down, a line down, a line in, a line in, and I want to connect them with like an up arrow. So up and back down like this. Let's make the boots. So I'm going to do this oval shape here and this oval shape here. Let's make a little control panel so that the astronaut can press some buttons and talk to the people on the rocket ship. So right on the chest, let's do this rectangle shape. And then let's make some fun buttons. So, maybe some circles, some rectangles, some squares, stuff like that. Two lines on the arm, 2 lines on the arm, 3 lines on the leg. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Another line for the belt. And we have a pretty cool looking astronaut. So now let's put our astronaut in space or on the moon, because the book that you're reading is called Midnight on the Moon. So why don't we create the rocket over here? And in order to do that, let's make a rectangle. So a line across, 2 lines up, and a line across to connect them. So we're going to have a tall rectangle here. Let's do a cone shape at the top. So up and up like the letter A. Let's do some fins for the rocket. So I'm going to come up a little bit, and I'm going to do a diagonal line down and back toward the body, a diagonal line down and back toward the body. We'll do a big circle in here for the window, and another big one around it. If you want to put somebody in the window, you can do that in a little while. I'm going to create a door, so like a tall rainbow with a rectangle in it. Now let's create our lunar surface, or the surface of the moon. So to do this, we're going to make a lot of craters. So it's going to be like a castle line almost. So over, down, over. I'm not going to draw on top of my rocket, right? Keep going. Up, over, down, over. Up, over, down, over. Stop when I hit something. Okay, it's going to continue back here. Now, why did I do these castle lines? That should remind you of when we did the crenellations for the castles. Now, these are going to be the craters. So inside of each of these, I'm just going to do a little black semicircle. And I can even make some more craters here just by doing some ovals. I'm going to color one in here. And then a line around the top, and then down, down, like that. Next, let's put some stars in the sky. So, up arrow, letter W, a sideways arrow, a sideways arrow. And maybe that's hard. Maybe that doesn't look great for you. Let's try it one more time, though. Up arrow, give it a little space, W, a sideways arrow, a sideways arrow. I'll do another one up here. Up arrow, give it a little space, a W, a sideways arrow, and a sideways arrow. Now let's have some fun. I'm going to put a little alien back here. So an oval, 2 dots for the eyes, and a little mouth. I'm going to give my alien 2 antennas. 1, 2, circle, circle. He kind of looks like a bug. Oval over here, oval over here. And then like a letter W down here. So there's a little alien jumping out of, I'll do some lines. He's jumping out of the crater. You could even put an alien or the mouse from the Magic Treehouse books. You could put somebody in the rocket ship. I'm going to do another alien. Why not? And I'll have him waving. Now this looks pretty good to me. If you wanted to do the Earth in the sky, you could do that actually. That's always really cool. So from the moon, if you were standing on the moon, you could see the Earth. So we'll just do some wavy lines in here. And that would be colored blue and green. And now it's time to get coloring. So I would not use your marker to color the whole background black. Might look a little crazy. might waste your marker. But some of the things that you can do that look really cool are to add purples, blues. If you have other colors, like different shades of purples and blues, those will always look good. And then mix those in with your blacks. So I'm actually going to use crayons. I'm going to just color lightly here. But you can see the sky can look pretty cool with some purples and blues in it. And I'll fast forward through my coloring. I'm not expecting you to color it exactly like Mr. Poulos, but you're going to do your best. When it comes to coloring the moon, I would use a black crayon. If you have gray, that's okay. And you don't have to press very hard to get a nice color. You get a nice gray. All right, I'm going to fast forward through this, and I'll see you guys in... Okay, so just a couple of tips here if you want to learn some cool shading tricks. Because there's glass between you and the astronaut's face, you can take blue and you can just do a couple of light blue streaks going in a diagonal direction like that. You do not have to do it, and I don't know how well it comes up on the camera, but it could make it look like you have a little bit of glass between you. And the same thing with the rocket. Just 3 little lines there, maybe make one a little bit thicker. Can make it look like you're looking through glass. Another tip for you, if you want to try it, is to create a little bit of shading and make these craters look a little bit round. So I'm going to, on the right side of each of these, I'll pretend that my sun is up here somewhere, and on the right side of each of these, I'm just going to do a little bit of a curved shape. A little bit of a curved shape with the shadow, and that's it. A little bit of a curved shape, a little bit of a curved shape, and a little bit of a curved shape. And my last tip for you is to give the rocket and the astronaut a little shadow down by their feet. I'm just going to do a little bit of shading, and down at the bottom of the rocket, just a little bit of shading. And that just gives the picture a little bit of depth. It's fun to try. Okay? I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will see you next time. Bye.